Let us start to install the Community QS component on Joomla 1.5 site. Let us go to the administration site. Let's first log in to the application, give the credentials, and log into the application. Once you log into the application, you can see the control panel of Joomla site. Go to Extension Manager. From Extensions, Extension Manager. Then select the component that is already downloaded from corejoomla.com from your local computer. Browse it and click Install button to install the component. Once you select and click on the install component, it will automatically install the component and update the databases. So now you can see the component successfully installed, and it shows the current version and the latest version information in the control panel page of Community Quiz. See the component version, the current version, the latest version's date, and whether if the version is up to date or not. Now we need to first configure the application. Click on configuration link on the toolbar. Now you can see the list of options available. The first option is default and template. Presently we have only one template that is selected by default, the default template, and the editor. Now you can select the editor that is Joomla default editor or the bundled BB code editor. Community QS supports both editors, the default Joomla editor, which can be any TMC or JC, or you can use the bundled BB code editor as well. The editor can be used while creating the quizzes or while responding to the quizzes. Now the list length. This option allows you to limit the number of rows that are being displayed on the listing pages. By default 20 is selected, and the next option is enable moderation. This option allows you to review the quizzes that your user submitted before you are going to publish them on your website. So if this option is enabled, all the quizzes submitted by your users from front end are sent for approval in Approval tab that you can access from the toolbar, and you can approve or reject that particular quizzes from approval pages. And the next option is enable ratings. You can see that all the options are documented on their labels. You move the mouse over the labels and you can see the documentation. So this enable ratings option allows you to display the rating bar on the rating page, listing pages, as well as while answering the quizzes. Your users they can rate the quiz before they are going to submit their response. So, and the next options are display settings, the username. You can display the user's real name or the username, the avatar. You can select any of the avatar from the third-party components. You can make use of the already installed components such as Joom Social, Kunina, Alpha User Points, etc. So you can select any of the integrated component from user avatar settings option. If you do not have any third-party component installed, you can select Gravatar, which is a global avatar. So the next option is avatar size. So when an avatar is being displayed, you can limit the size of the avatar, and you can select if the avatar is displayed in listing pages or not. The next option is the toolbar buttons. On front end, in listing page, you can see a toolbar which displays list of different buttons like latest, popular, top rated, etc. You can use this option to reorder the buttons or hide or display the buttons. By default, the default option is LPT, which means latest, popular, and top rated. The next option is hide template. This option will allow you to display your Joomla template or not while users taking the quizzes. So when this option is user selectable, that means the user who is creating the quiz can select if the Joomla template is displayed or not when the other users are taking the quiz. If this option is selected as force hide or force show, that means you are forcing the users to show or hide the Joomla template that you are using. So the user who is creating the quiz will not be shown an option to enable or disable this option. The next option is enable category box. This option allows you to display or hide the categories list in listing page. And the next option is clean home page. This option will hide, if it is enabled, it will hide categories as well as toolbar buttons on the listing pages. So only list is being displayed. And the final option is enable credits. Please give us credits please support us by enabling this credits option. The next notification settings. Here you can enter the sender name of the emails as well as email of the from email, which can be used while sending the emails, and the administrator email where the notifications are sent about the new quizzes. So when a user is submitted a quiz, an email is sent to the administrator email about the new quiz, and when a quiz is taken by any user, a notification is sent to the quiz creator that new response is posted. So that's all about the new notification settings. Now let's go to third-party component settings. Here you can configure different activity stream settings as well as point system settings. Now the activity stream, it can be either Joom Social or Joomla Mighty Touch components. If you have any of these components installed and you want to stream the activities like the create quiz or submitted the response, then you can enable any of these options. And the point systems, when a user submitted a quiz or when a user responded to a quiz, the points will be given. So you can enable any of the point systems that are integrated. And if you have any of these point systems like Joom Social Alpha User Points or Touch, you can enable them. If you have Mighty Touch installed, you can enter the points here itself. So if you have Joom Social or Alpha User Points, you can configure the points from there, the respective component. The Joomla Alpha User Points and Joom Social Points rules are available to download from corejoomla.com. You can download them and install them and configure the points in Joom Social or Alpha User Point rule pages. So let us save the configuration. Now the next thing we need to do is create some categories so that we can create quizzes on front end. Before that, let us look into the permission settings as well. So Click on the options button on toolbar and you will be shown with a dialog box. Here you can configure different permissions like component access, manage, create, etc. When you are giving now a permission to a top category, top user category, by default it will be given to the child categories. Let us give component access permission to the guest users. The super users will be by default given all the permissions. The other users you should give the permissions. So let us give the component access permissions to the public. Do not give manage access permission to the public or any user groups that you do not want. The manage access permission is supposed to given to the authorized users who can publish or delete the quizzes. So let us see if whatever the user groups you need to give permissions. Let us give create permissions to the registered user group, and the other child user groups by default they will get the permission for the respective permissions. Let us give the quiz response as well as create permissions for register user group, and component access as well as respond to the quizzes permission for public users. Now let us save the permission settings and also allow the registered user groups for the editor permission, because we are allowing create permission, so it would be good if they can use the editor. Let us save the configuration. Now you can see the permissions are set for the selected user groups. So click cancel to cancel the operation, then go to the categories page where we can configure some categories for the quizzes. Click on new button and you can enter the title of the category and select the parent category. By default it is root since there are no categories available. You can create multi-level categories here. You can create subcategories for many whatever the categories you want. You can create here. The next page is approval page and the quizzes pages. So approval page that lists all the quizzes that are sent for approval if the moderation is enabled. So you can approve or disapprove the quizzes from here, and you can see the quizzes in quizzes tab. Now before going to the front end page, let us configure the menu items so that we can see the component on front end. Go to the menus and select the menus, then click on the new button to create a new menu item in selected menus, and select the component community quiz default layout and enter the menu title in menu title option and save